Hi everyone, and welcome to Dynamite, or Strength or Might. I am Jim Ross, here with Trini Kwan and with Wade Barrett. And today on Dynamite, or Strength or Might, we're going to see Jesus, the Son of God, the healer and the freer here today on Dynamite, or Strength or Might. Well, Trini Kwan said, that'll be good to see Jesus, Son of God, Jesus the freer, Jesus the healer here. It'll be good to, said Trini Kwan, yeah, it'll be good to see the healer, the freer, the Son of God, the King of Kings, the Kaiser of Kaisers, the Lord of Lords, the Earl of Earls, the 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 Thanes of Thanes, the Kinglings of Kinglings. Well, I want to first off, I want to say that my birthday is coming up soon, December 24th. Well, I was born on the 24th, and a lot of folks out there think there's a war on my birthday. On one side, you have folks from other warships, which I love them a lot, and they think that I shouldn't be in my own birthday. Then you got folks on another side saying that I was not born in December, but I was born in either April or June or July. They can't make up their mind when I was born, because they say the Holy Book doesn't say when I was born. Then, on the other side, there's folks guilting and shaming and scathing Santa Claus or Holy Fellow Nicholas for taking my birthday away from me. When at the end of the day, all Holy Fellow Nicholas is doing what God and I told him to give out gifts to onlook my birth by giving gifts to all of you the same way God gave me to you as a gift. God so loved mankind and womankind so much and was so forgiving that he gave me as a gift to you. I came down to earth. I lived with you. I befriended folks that the rest of the world didn't see any good in. They didn't see any good in themselves, but I saw good in them. I made the blind see and the deaf hear and the lame walk. I healed folks of many illnesses and handicaps. But one of the things I told folks is that they were sinners, but not to fear, that I was going to free them and heal them from that. And I did. You see, I told folks, if you're going to follow me, you're going to be scathed, shamed, and guilted. You're going to go through binds and hang-ups and mishaps. But I tell you, at the end of the day, it will get good. And God gave the greatest gift he could have. God so loved mankind and womankind so much that he willed me to go through. He willed me to go through getting scathed and shamed and guilted, beat up on and spit on and slapped and smacked and struck, and all kinds of hang-ups and binds befell me. And I was willing to go through with it because I loved you so much, and God loved you so much, that I was willing to take on all the sins of all mankind and all womankind. The sins of those who were born and died. The sins for those who are already alive. The sin for those who are not yet born yet. And on so and on so. So you could all get that afterlife. And since God loved you so much and I loved you so much, we were willing to do that. Jesus, I want to thank you for being my Lord, being my freer and my healer, being the Son of God. Thank you for taking on my sins. Thank you for dying for me. Thank you for God giving you to us, to me, or to us as a gift. You are welcome, Madison Rain. You're welcome, Ashley Rain, since that is your true name. And Madison Rain is only your ring name that you have had during all your runs in TNAW and IW and your short run in WWE. Well, that's right. And Jesus, I want you to love me and forgive me for what I'm about to do. Because today I have to wrestle, I have to fight Charlotte Flair, which you probably know her good as Ashley Flair. And I'm here to tell you that you would say that wrestling and fighting is wrong, and that we should love each other as you have loved us. That is right. Wrestling and fighting is wrong. You should love thou's foe. You should never wish harm on anyone you do not know. You should not wish harm on your foes. You should wish your foes good. You should love your foes, because you can hope your foes can then become your friends. But you are forgiven. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Jesus. You're welcome. Well, that was Jesus, the Son of God, here today on Dynamite, or Strength or Might, since Dymo is most likely a Greek or a Hellenic borrowed word. The English word would be might or strength. And here's Charlotte Flair. How sad it is that you had to ask Jesus to forgive you for getting in a fight with me. Which is truly sad, because at the end of the day, all the forgiveness and all the love is not going to stop me from beating you. And it's true that my Ollie's offshoot can't stand in the ring without a stand, because someone at Mattel made me this way. I don't know why. But anyway, at the end of the day, you will never be the world women's heavyweight fighter, Madison Rayne. See, at the end of the day, Madison Rayne, you might have been, a 5, a 6, a 7-time, I don't know, 8-time, whatever, IW women's heavyweight fighter. That belt means shit. But I am a 6-time WWE Raw women's heavyweight fighter. A 6-time WWE SmackDown women's heavyweight fighter. A 2-time WWE NXT women's heavyweight fighter. A former WWE women's team fighter. I've done everything in my run in WWE, between being an FCW and being an NXT and being on Raw and being on SmackDown. Oh, back and forth, back and forth. And at the end of the day, you never made it to the big time. You were only in WWE for the Mae Young Old show. Then you couldn't handle it, and then you went back to TNAW, or, well, I should really call it IW now. And we all know that you think you're the shit, but you're not. Hanging out with, see, at the end of the day, I can do a lot more good than you ever did. Oh, you wanna guilt me for only making it big in TNAW, now IW, where you only made it big in FCW and WWE? Well, fuck you, Charlotte Flair. Yeah, I was in WWE 2 times, only for the Mae Young Old show 1 and 2. I never made it beyond those 2 shows. Well, here comes guilt. You want to guilt me? But at least I did something you would never do. I became a 7, or what was it, a 5, or whatever, how many time IW women's heavyweight fighter. You think you're more good than us wrestlers in IW and AEW. Get it wrong. You're not. Hey, Charlotte Flair, since you want to go around and start guilting everyone and shaming everyone and scathing everyone, well, I'm a 7-time IW women's heavyweight fighter. And I tell you what, Charlotte Flair, you'll never catch up to me. Oh, Gil Kim. Oh, I will. I just have to win the Raw women's heavyweight winnings, the WWE SmackDown women's heavyweight winnings 7 times, and I'll be tied with you. Today, Gil Kim says, I am the head of the TWF women's team, whatever. And as I tell you today, Gil Kim says, you're putting your TWF women's heavyweight winnings on the line. The world women's heavyweight winnings against Madison Rayne, my teammate. We were former IW women team winners together back in the day. So how you like that? Now the Fight Lord's in the ring now, Gil Kim said. And you're not as good as everyone else, Charlotte Flair. Well, here we go. This is for the TWF Women's Heavyweight Winnings. So, I mean the World Women's Heavyweight Winnings. First, she is Madison Rayne. And she is the World Women's Heavyweight Fighter, Charlotte Flair. Well, Charlotte Flair coming out of nowhere. And, Charlotte Flair just took down Madison Rayne with that kick she always likes to do, Jim Ross said. And now she did a natural selection to Madison Rayne. This is sad, Trini Kwan said. When Charlotte Flair thinks she's greater than every other woman wrestler in every wrestling business, which is sad. She thinks she's a Spaniard, but she's not, Trini Kwan said. Yeah, she's the queen. She's the Kaiserin. She's got the Spaniard, Wade Barrett said. No one has won the WWE Raw Women's Heavyweight winnings, WWE SmackDown Women's Heavyweight winnings more time than Charlotte Flair. And if Charlotte Flair was an IW or AEW, which she's not, she'd win those winnings too and make them be something. Wait a minute. Madison Rayne, Wade Barrett said. She would make those winnings worth something. So you say. That's what I say, Wade Barrett says. So you say, Jim Ross said. Madison Rayne taking down Charlotte Flair. Madison Rayne will do anything to become the TWF Women's Heavyweight Fighter or the World Women's Heavyweight Fighter. She'll do everything she can do, Jim Ross said. Trini Kwan said, I sure hope she becomes the World Women's Heavyweight Fighter, Trini Kwan said, and shuts up Charlotte Flair. Here comes Madison Rayne taking down Charlotte Flair with those Flair-like chops. Madison Rayne coming through. Charlotte Flair just gave her another boot again. A takedown, Jim Ross said. Trini Kwan said it looks like Madison Rayne might lose to Charlotte Flair here today. That would be sad. Well, Wade Barrett said it is sad for Madison Rayne because she's not going to win. And now she's in the figure 8. And Madison Rayne's giving up. Here is your winner. And still the TWF Women's Heavyweight, still the World Women's Heavyweight Fighter, Charlotte Flair. And Charlotte Flair has beat Madison Rayne again and is still the World Women's Heavyweight Fighter, just like what she did on Main Event or Main Show earlier this week, Jim Ross says. That was sad, Trini Kwan said. I truly thought Madison Rayne would win. Well, I'm telling you right now, Wade Barrett said Madison Rayne won, and I'm truly happy for that. Wade Barrett says. Well, here is Gorilla Monsoon now to talk with Charlotte Flair. All right, Charlotte Flair, you seem to behave just like your father did, but not like your half-brother David Flair, or your brother Reed Flair, or your half-sister Megan would do, but whatever. First off, my father was one of the greatest wrestlers that I knew of. My half-brother David Flair, well, he didn't really do so well. And Reed Flair, if he was still alive, he would still be doing good and he began in wrestling. And as far as my half-sister Megan went, well, she never wanted to go into wrestling. But anyway, and I'm just here to say right now, Gorilla Monsoon, that I showed everyone why I'm the queen, why I'm the Kaiserin, why I'm the Spaniard, and why no woman wrestler either be WWE, IW, AEW, NWA, MLW, ROH, OVW, ZCW, JCW, MLW, WWC, AAA, LU, AJPW, NJPW, BCW, or XPW, or I don't know, am I forgetting any other ones out there? Or did I pretty much just hit all of them? Oh, I'm sure there's some other wrestling businesses out there that you're forgetting the name of, but yeah, I just kind of hit the ones everybody seems to like these days. But anyway, Gorilla Monsoon, I beat Madison Rayne, and at the end of the day, I'm still the world women's heavyweight fighter. And I will always be greater than every other woman wrestler in the world. No need what skilled wrestling business they work for. Well, Charlotte Flair, I'm here to tell you about your mindset, your behavior is shameful. And I will say that right now. At least your father would never be ever this bad when it came to that. At least your father did show some onlook to fellow wrestlers. But that's one thing he taught you, but it didn't work, did he? You don't know what my father taught me, my half-brother David, my brother Reed, or my half-sister Megan. So don't even talk, Gorilla Monsoon, about what you taught them. I could start talking about what you taught all your children, but I'm not going to go through with that. Yeah, don't even go there about me and my kids. Well, that was my talk with Charlotte Flair. Back to you, Jim Ross. Well, thank you, Gorilla Monsoon, for talking with Charlotte Flair here on Dynamite, or Strength for Might. And it is all the time we got here for Strength for Might. I'm Jim Ross for Trini Kwan and Wade Barrett. We hope you like Dynamite, and we'll see you tomorrow for Impact.